and 3:38.5. He heads the world rankings. Just two Kenyans have run sub 3:40 this season. We will see the second of them in the next heat as we just span across the rest of this 13-man lineup. There's Liam D of Great Britain, whose father Billy was international, and also next to him Teweldi of Eritrea. And as I mentioned, they have got times in the 3:49s, so that's over 10 seconds slower than Biwott. And the field completed by Artyom Taran of Ukraine. 4:04.05, his 1500 metres best. So, taking to their marks then, the 13 men, from which the first 3 will progress to the final. And off they go. It'll be interesting to see what sort of tactics Biwott may apply, knowing that he's the best in the field. Tall man there, wearing 5.53, right in the centre of the picture, but content to let others take over, such as Yusuf Belkadam of Algeria, who's moved into the lead. 7:04, also prominent is Ionut Dragusin of Romania. D of Great Britain, staying out of trouble, just on the outside, just tucking in behind the Ethiopian, who is Mathios Yotota. Now his best is only shown as 3:56.8, and of course that was done at high altitude. He may well be capable of rather better than that. Often find that the youngsters who come from the high altitudes haven't had the opportunity to compete at low altitudes, therefore haven't had the opportunity to register a quick time. And when they come to a championship like this, they can move into totally new territory. But they're coming up now to the 400-metre point, and Kath, it's pretty slow, really. It's 65.57.
It is. It is the Algerian note that is holding the inside line, looking across, and he's going to see the Briton, Liam D, who's decided to put a little bit of pace into this first heat.
Well, I think that's sensible, because I think Liam is probably best known for his endurance ability rather than his sprinting, and therefore it suits him, because he knows he's run quicker than most of the men in the field, to make sure that this is run at a sensible pace. So it'll be interesting to see what change of pace there has been. But no question, that field has suddenly split up considerably, hasn't it?
It has indeed, and you're right, Liam D, one of the quickest in this field, having run sub 3 minutes 50. And it has made a bit of a difference. There's still a group of about 7 or 8 athletes, but he is stringing them out a little bit, D. So a group of about 8 athletes at the moment.
So behind D of Great Britain, we've got Dragusin of Romania, and then the Ethiopian Yotota, as they come up to 800 metres now. And they go through there in 2:11.56. Well, I thought it had speeded up a bit, actually. It hasn't as far as the whole 400 metres is concerned, because near enough 66 seconds exactly. But there's no question that the field has been strung out, and they are running at a more sensible pace, headed now by D, and still the tall figure of the Romanian Dragusin in second place. The Kenyan Biwott, look at him, just content to lob along at the back of the field, but I'm sure he's feeling pretty comfortable. We shall see, you never know, appearances can be deceptive.
Well, he's looking extremely easy.
He's a long way out of the first 3 at the moment, so it'll be quite interesting to see, because there's a big batch of people who he's got to go round if he's going to qualify all right. Doesn't seem to be straining at all, looks very easy in fact. They go through the bell in 2:59.63, and it's Yotota of Ethiopia. Here now comes Biwott. Watch him go right round the whole field. That's the hard way round the bend, round the outside. Doesn't matter. Look at the way he's suddenly moved. He's made up 12 metres, and it's now Ethiopia and Kenya and Eritrea. Who could believe it? 3:14.69, a 63-second lap now, and we're really on now to find out the first 3 finishes. D is holding on well. But it's Ethiopia, Kenya and Eritrea, the Eritrean in this field being Tesfu Teweldi. We haven't spoken about him quite so much, but only 3 sure to go through, but D's coming back again. No, it's not D, rather. It's Bukadem of Algeria, and then D. So 3 sure to go through. They're really running hard down the home straight. Biwott's determined to get there. No, he isn't. Yotota wins it. Biwott is in second place. In third place, we have the Eritrean Teweldi. Then we have Boukeldem of Algeria and D of Great Britain. But not especially quick, 3:54.98, although, of course, the pace did increase. And it's lovely the way the Ethiopian raised his arms at the finish. It's only a heat, but he was pretty pleased to win it. And, indeed, he's run a personal best.
Well, he's still bouncing. 3 minutes 54.98 seconds for the Ethiopian. That was some good running. And we have our fingers crossed. I'm sure our British listeners or viewers will have for Liam D. He made a race of that, didn't he, Peter? He put himself in a good position. You can see him battling hard on the left of the shot now, trying to chase down Boukeldem of Algeria. Those two will have a nervous wait to see if they qualify as fastest losers, but good wins once again by the Africans.
Well, it's interesting to talk about, say, D's tactics. He took up the running after a slowish first lap, and I thought, well, this is very positive. He's going to make it quicker. Well, actually, he didn't really. He just strung it out. And he only ran another 66-second lap. And he obviously had something left at the end. But if you're going to take over and change the pace of it, I think he should have gone just that little bit quicker. What do you think, Kareem?
Well, I don't think it really matters for him. I mean, he clearly...
Well, he may not qualify.
Yeah. But with these athletes that are in this race, I mean...
Well, we'll come back to that.